Hi Kipsters, welcome to another day of writing with me, Miss Gardner. Now before we start today's lesson, I wanted to shout out a couple Kipsters actually. But since we're not in school every day, normally we get to have something called Author's Chair, where when a Kipster does wonderful work like we're seeing on our screen, they get to come up in front of the class and they get to share it. And we miss doing that so much. So instead I wanted to share this Kipster's writing. This Kipster is in my classroom and his name is Rashad. So, send some love to Rashad because I can see Kipsters. This is just amazing writing. I had to include it in my video today. I noticed Rashad did so many wonderful things. He has so many details in his picture. He even labeled his picture. He used colors so I can clearly see that this is pizza on the table. I am just so impressed with all these details. Then I went into his actual writing Kipsters, and it's amazing. He started each letter with a capital letter. I noticed punctuation marks. I noticed spaces between each letter. And I see that Rashad, he wrote some really tricky words. So Kipsters, send some love again to Rashad. Great job, Rashad. If you have a second, you can pause the video and you can read what Rashad's story is all about. All right. So keep up the good work, Rashad, and every single Kipster that's been working so hard every single day. And I have some more shout outs coming. Alright, Kipsters, and like I told you guys, I had some shout outs for a couple more friends that have also been doing some really hard work, not just in writing, but every subject. But of course, I want to shout out my friends that have been working hard in writing. So, shout out to my friend Jace and Bradley. His teacher sent me pictures of his hard work. And also shout out to Jason in North Park, and shout out to Bree in North Park. All of these Kipsters continue to just impress us with their hard work and their families. Thank you for all that you're doing. Thank you so much. All right, let's get started with our writing lesson for today. Now, today, my friends, we're going to be practicing a skill that we've done before. We've done it in school and in our videos. We're going to continue to practice them, Kipsters, because when you go to first grade, you're going to also have to do this kind of work, and it's going to help your writing just be amazing. So, this is the number one thing. I think it's number one. Yep, it's number one on our wonderful writers chart, and that's why we practice it every single week, every single day when we write, because we're going to have to always include punctuation marks when we write. That's exactly what we're doing today. So we'll be able to talk about the different punctuation marks, what they mean, and then, as usual, you guys are going to write some sentences, making sure to include the correct punctuation mark. All right, thumbs up, get ready. So, what you're going to need, though, I almost forgot to tell you, is, of course, a pencil to write with, or marker, crayon, pencil, color pencil, I don't really care. Whatever you have at home is fine. And then some paper so you can write on, too. All right, my friends. So, let's go over all the punctuation marks, what they mean, and then we're going to go ahead and write some sentences with different types of punctuation marks that you'll need at the end. So, you're going to have to use that smart brain of yours to figure out, what punctuation mark do I need? All right, number one. What if you can tell me before I even say it? What do you think this punctuation mark is called? Hopefully you said it. It's a period. So remember, friends, we use a period at the end of a sentence to tell a thought. Say a period is for telling. Say that. Good. A period is for telling. So if I just write a sentence, for example, my dog is brown, I'm just telling you something. So I'm going to put a period. I'm going to put a what? A period. Good job, Kipsters. Okay, let's look at the next one. The next one says exclamation point. What does it say? Good. So I'm going to read what it says. Exclamation point shows a strong feeling like surprise, anger, or fear. So I use an exclamation point. Say exclamation point is for yelling. It's for yelling. It's for yelling. So not necessarily like you're yelling at someone, but you're just saying something in an exciting way. Like I told you guys before that I love lemonade. Like if you remember my story a few weeks ago, I told you guys how to make lemonade. So if I was writing a story and I wrote, I love lemonade, I would probably put that exclamation point to show that I was excited about it. Okay. And now the last punctuation mark that we're going to go over, like we have been doing, is question mark. Say question mark. Now, friends, a question mark is for asking. It's for asking. Good job. I use a question mark when I write a sentence and I'm asking a question. So it says question mark is used at the end of a sentence that asks something. So, for example, if I meet someone new, I might say, what is your name? So if I wrote that, I would put a question mark at the end. Or I might ask somebody, how old are you? If I'm writing a story, I have to make sure I add that question mark. Okay? So one more time, friends. A period is for telling. An exclamation mark is for yelling. And then a question mark is for asking. Okay? Alright, Kipsters. So this is going to be the part where you're going to need to get your paper and pencil because I have some sentences that I'm going to show you. When I show you those sentences, I want you Kipsters to write the sentence and write the correct punctuation mark, like the ones we just went over. Okay, Kipsters, so here we go. I have my board ready. Now, I wrote some sentences. We're just going to look at the top right now. The bottom is going to be for later, for when you write. But I wanted to give you guys some examples of different sentences and what punctuation mark I would need. So, number one. Number one says, he likes the sun. And now I'm going to think about those 3 punctuation marks that I could have. I remember I could have a period for telling. I could have an exclamation point for yelling with excitement or something like that. Or I can have a question mark if I'm asking a question. So I want to think about which one this could be. He likes the sun. Here I can tell I'm just telling. So I need a period. Whoops, I made a little mistake. That's okay. All right, next one says, where is the house? That is a question word. Where? And I'm trying to get information. I'm wondering where the house is. So that tells me, well, I wouldn't need a period because I'm not just telling. I'm asking. So I need a question mark. All right. And last one for just me. It says, that ball is huge. Now I'm excited about it. I'm a kid on the beach and I have a huge ball. So if I'm excited, then I need an exclamation point. So that's what I would add. All right, Kipsters. Now for the bottom, it's your turn. I'm going to cover it up so we don't get a little confused by it. Okay. So these are going to be the sentences that you guys are going to have the challenge of writing and adding the correct punctuation mark. I'm going to read each sentence, and of course you can pause the video if you want to figure out how you can, so you can stop and write it and have time. So here are your sentences. Number 1 says, she is my friend. Think about what punctuation mark you need. Write the sentence and add it. Number 2 says, when is your birthday? Which punctuation mark would you need? Add it at the end. And finally, number 3 says, I want a prize. Think about which punctuation mark you would need for those 3 sentences. All right, Kipsters, keep up that great work. See you guys tomorrow.